So after finishing the lever action rifle run, I was wondering which run should I do, and I decided to say, you know what, we should do a handmade rifle run. But I found out that that was not possible, so this turned out to be a splattercannon run, a legendary variant of it. So can I beat the Fallout 4 with the splattercannon? Rules are simple. I'm not allowed to use the any weapon other than splatter cannon. I can use my fist on the condition I keep the strength on 1. And yeah, that's really it. So to start it off, I just, as always, waited till the vault guy came on and picked up a set of a skill and stood the explosion out, and I went in the vault again. Now nothing crazy happens here. You put your suit on, you get in, you get frozen like chicken, somebody kills your husband or your wife, you get out and you run away from cockroaches, as always. Now here's the moment that the run starts and I have to think about ways to make money so I can get this splatter cannon. And the best way that came to my mind was water purifiers. So I started cleaning a sanctuary and planted a bunch of water purifiers there. Yeah. After that, I stopped by the Museum of Freedom so I could see the president cleaning raiders off. And I waited there for a while so I could get the mission done and get the XP for it. There are a couple of missions like this that requires like least amount of interactions, so those are good for XP. And I need health as I want to do a level 30 something DLC. After the Preston shenanigans, I moved to the Trudies and I decided to keep both of the groups alive. It was a business decision, but I didn't really profited any off of it. But I just did it anyway. I didn't have any gun, so that was the greatest way I could finish it. Anyway, after Trudy, I planted a bunch of more water purifiers, and I decided to move south to the Brotherhood police station. That mission actually needs no interaction whatsoever. You just need to stand somewhere without getting hurt while Dance takes care of him and just have a dialogue with him, and you get a bunch of more XP. So yeah, that was that.
Maintain your position.
After that business was done, I moved south so I could have discovered the Diamond City. That's the first reason. And second reason, there's a little mission, having a talk with Piper. That gives some XP. So I did that too. And after the talk with Piper, I decided to chat up some people in Diamond City. When you can't kill people, you have to raise them up. So I had to go get some job and hassle on the pricing. Not because of the money, but because of the XP, because I cannot do the job. I just needed the XP to level up. So I talked to Abbott, I talked to the Mo, and I talked to the Solomon so I could get some XP. Yeah, that was that. After those conversations, I had to stay on somewhere tall so I wouldn't be eaten out by a bunch of dogs. Then I moved to Good Neighbor. I walked and dodged every bullet on the way, but somehow I did it. Just to get some quests from them and get some XP. Yeah, that was that. After that, I discovered Nakano residence. I talked to Kenji and offered him help. just so I can get the XP from his mission. And after that I moved to the Far Harbor. I talked to the captain and I waited out the fight they had. I just sat on a chair and hit the wait button and somehow it worked. After that I decided to discover the nucleus. My stupid ass was thinking that I could just go punch the ghouls in the mission, but no, they kicked me right in the butt. So yeah, I had to reload the save for that. After that I decided to move to the railroad, as I thought I can punch the few ghouls over there, but nope, I couldn't. I punched them 1 or 2 times and I was like, I don't do much damage. So I had to walk away from that too. After realizing that I'm running out of options, I decided to discover a couple of locations and get a bit more XP and move on to see if I can get the splattercannon in the DLC. So yeah. And this was not an easy feat. I had to run away from a bunch of gunners and their assault run. I had to crouch in a corner.
Enemy has fled the combat zone. Standing down.
And boy was it scary. After that I waited a couple of seconds and moved on to talk to the radar guy that is in the station. And I got the keys from Harvey and turned up the train and moved on to Nuka-Cola DLC. And if you were wondering how is this even possible, how this run is even possible, it's because there is a gap in this wall, between this wall and this door. So you can open the door and run away to the Nuka town. Now, if you're getting in the Nuka town, you better know that there is no fast traveling out of this place. You have to do the dungeon. So if you are planning to do a splattercannon run like I did, you better have enough money. And I didn't have enough money, so I had to walk away. I mean, I reloaded the save and pretended like this didn't happen. So yeah.
Hurt him, Henry.
Damn. Oh well, since I'm broke, I have to do the Diamond City Blues quest. I talked to Pembroke and I talked to the cook. We meet up in the location and I went and I threatened the Latimer and I ran away. And they shot the cook and Pembroke dead, and I had to deal with them. Once that was done, I talked to the Trish. I got the location for Mravsky's chem stash. And I had to do the beginning of Nuka World all over again. So I did that and I opened the door, I went to the shop and I got enough money to buy it, so I did. Now what I have to do is do the dungeon, the gauntlet, and get through it. And it's a bit hard because I'm level 16, I guess, at this point. So it's just a bit rough. But I get over it. I finally finish it. I had to use the squirt gun. Now some people at this point might say that the run's over, the run's dead. But I treated it as a miscellaneous item that I had to use to get through this quest. So I'm gonna continue. After finishing off Coulter, the fast travel opens, but little did I know that the fast travel spawns me right in the face of the gunners. So after dying a couple of times to them, I decided to fast travel to the station instead of fast traveling to the front door. so I could have time to fight. And I did that and I was quite successful. After that I decided to grab some paints for Abbott. It wasn't hard, not anymore.
Perfect.
After giving Abbott his paint, I decided to go to the Boston Public Library and clean that out. After cleaning the library, I decided to do the tradecraft mission, the first mission of Railroad, which has you involved in cleaning their old safe house from sins. So I did. After cleaning Railroad's safe house, I decided to move on with the Paladin dance to ArcJet system and clean that out. What I found interesting about it is that you don't need to follow Paladin dance. If you know the ArcJet system's location, you can simply fast travel to it and get in the door and he'll respawn in the ArcJet system. You don't even need to have the first dialogue on the Rune Protect round, you can just simply skip past it. After doing Dance's mission, I decided to go get the Preston out of the hell he is in. So I went in there, I cleared the raiders, and I had a good fight with the Deathclaw. Didn't prove to be a challenge this run, because its splattercannon, it just melts enemies away. After pulling off the Concord shenanigans, I got distracted with saving Paladin Brandis' mission, and I tried to save him, but oh well, it didn't go well.
Who are you?
Back off, old.
No.
Drop the gun.
No. I can't.
After that, I turned my tail and went back to Paladin Dance, and I told them what happened. After that, I decided to deal with Swan. And save the Nick Valentine.
Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak.
Nicky, what are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guy?
After I freed Nick, I decided to go and meet him, and I found that I do not have the Fort Hagen on my map. So I went to discover Fort Hagen, and after discovering Fort Hagen, I moved back to talk to Nick. And it's the same ordinary thing, you talk to him, you find out it's Kellogg that stole your kid, and you go find his home. You open the door and voila, there's a bunch of cigars and they will lead you to Fort Hagen. So yeah, I just fast traveled to Fort Hagen and did that dungeon.
And there she is.
And there I was. I collected the details. I moved back to Nick Valentine as always. I talked to him. I went to Good Neighbor. I did the sequence. And I discovered that I have to go find Virgil in the glowing seas. But before doing that, I decided to go please my alliance to Brotherhood. So I talked to Paladin Dance. I got on the helicopter, Vertibird, and I went to meet Elder Maxon. After listening to his babbling, I went ahead and met the other people in the crew, and after that I got back to him and got the Fort Strong mission. And I decided to take the Vertibird, which was not a good decision at all, but oh well. So I just started to swim there, and I got in the business. After doing that mission, I decided to run to the direction of Virgil to find him in the glowing sea. And turns out I need a courser ship. Who would have guessed? So now I had to get in the Green Tech facility and deal with gunners and find the cursor that has the cursor chip.
Use a little help over here.
And while I was at it, I decided to deal with Railroad because I couldn't be bothered with their bull crap. So yeah, I did that. RIP out Railroad. After taking care of Railroad, I analyzed the chip, brought the data to Virgil, and went back to Brotherhood to build the platform, and once I built it, I moved on to the Institute as always. At the Institute, I met the leaders and I got details to my first mission, and I traveled back to the Brotherhood base and gave him the tape that has the network data on it, and moved on to do the first mission for the Institute. Nothing of interest happened in that mission, so I got back and I got the details for Battle of Bunker Hill, and I went and warned Brotherhood about it. No one will get mad at you in this mission if you haven't gotten mad already, so you can just shoot everybody and get away with it. Anyway, I took care of the sins. I went back to Father and I said I was ambushed. So yeah, that was the end of it. And here's where the master plan kicked in. I took care of Father and his scientists. I massacred the rest. I went back to Brotherhood and they gave me mission to repair the Liberty Prime, but I won't bother you with it. I repaired the Liberty Prime and started it off and went back to the Institute.
Nominal. Weapons. What? Mission. The destruction of any and all Chinese communists. Probability of Chinese victory. Impossible.
democracy, or you will be eradicated.
Anyway, after all of that, we got near the nuclear generator, we plant a bomb and we teleported out, finishing the game and proving yes, you can finish the Fallout 4 with the splattercannon. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoying this. Please subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next one.